what is a time where no, I'm sorry, that's the next question. Where or how can you prepare yourself for what's coming next? Not only just to get answers to the questions you have in the here and now, but where you can actually start preparing for prayer that is life changing and life altering, or even our focus changing and focus offering. How can what kind of ways can we prepare ourselves to pray those kind of prayers?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for me. Being able to focus because I need to hear God. I ain't got no problem talking to him.
Right.
I ain't got no problem at all. But listening, I was having a conversation, several conversations with a good friend lately about that, especially when it seems like I'm doing all this talking, God, and you ain't saying nothing. Like you're not saying anything. So one of the ways that I have learned to prepare myself for focus is by shutting things down. Now, something very simple. I get in the car, no radio, no phone calls. I'm just riding in silence.
That's good.
And asking God to speak to me as I'm driving and looking and interacting with my environment. I'm asking him to speak to me, right? Sometimes, okay, so I love Korean dramas, right? I love it, love them.
Yeah.
I read subtitles, right? And sometimes I can get caught up in that. So there are times where I have to walk away from the things that I enjoy because I need to open up and I need silence. I need quiet. I need quiet. So for me, shutting down, turning things off, and it's not bad. It's not, it's not bad stuff. It's not anything that's wrecking my life or anything, but it's just, let me get more quiet.
Yeah.
This reminds me of like Habakkuk, because my second thing is, preparing myself to hear. I get a journal. I get a journal, blank page, so that I can record what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I record voice notes when I get, you know what I'm saying? So preparing to hear reminds me of Habakkuk. Habakkuk was just like, I'm going to station myself to hear. I'm asking you this question, God, but I'm going to station myself to hear what your reply is. And I feel like Habakkuk was just like, and I'm not going to leave until I hear from you. So I think having the mentality of get quiet, get ready to settle down, not just some of the quiet for 5 minutes, but get ready to settle in, because when God is ready, he'll speak. And I need to be able to hear. I want to hear, just like you want to hear from close friends or your spouse or people that you care about. You know what I'm saying? You don't be like running in. Well, I guess we do that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We be multitasking. We don't be present. We don't be present.
Come on. Come on. No, you're right.
I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking to myself. And I find that sometimes that bleeds over into how I'm treating God and and my relationship with him. Like I'm trying to do something over here, but I need you to do this for me or whatever. But he's just like, but that's not what we're doing right now. That if you would sit still, I could show you that.
It's a gut punch and a throat punch. that comment about being present. I had my nieces and my sisters here Christmas.
Okay.
And then they came back for Easter. So that's 2 times in like 3 or 4 months that they had seen me. And so my niece says to my sister, Mommy, Uncle's different. And so my sister was like, no, he's still funny, but he's not the same way. And maybe he's just really purposeful about life. And I am, but I had to admit to her, I'm just not present all the time. Like I'm in the room, everybody, and I'm thinking of what I have to do.
That's real talk.
I'm having a conversation about how I'm not this person or that person, and what could I do to grow into this person or that person or whatever, that's right? Deep. And so I'm having internal conversations when I should be having external conversations with people whose presence I don't get to be in very often.
Mercy.
Right. So that's really a huge indictment, not only for my human relationship, but it's the same thing with God. If I'm really in tune, I'm getting up early. I'm getting up an hour and 15 minutes early, and I'm praying that until I like exhaust not just what I have to say, but I've exhausted my time with them. Like, oh, it's now 6:15. I got to be at work at 7:15. Let me now transition into reading and then going into that. But a lot of times I'll say, I need 15 minutes of sleep, which turns into 30 more minutes sleep. And then I'm like, okay, God, you got 15 minutes. What you gonna do? And so if I'm really prayed up and prepared for the day, it's I've taken that time when the house is quiet and it's still, and I've removed myself even from my wife's presence, and just now it's just me and the Lord. And I don't know if you can see it back there, but it's a little couch that I'll take two of those pillows, I'll put them on the floor, and I'll get down like this. And what I have to do is I have to do this after a while. No, I physically have to do this. Like I'll open prayer, you know, with my thanks and this, but I'll ask God for an answer to something. And I literally, because what I'll do in my head, even if I'm no longer openly trying to talk about it, my thoughts will just start to race in that direction. So I literally have to do this. I have to do this. So now that channels my focus into just hearing. So I got to separate myself, remove myself from my bedroom, go into this little sunroom right behind me. I have to get on my knees, and I have to cover my mouth so that I can listen, because we turn prayer into a one-way situation, right? Where it's really just like treating God like a voicemail, like groceries, money,
that's good,
children, family, love life. All right, I'll talk to you later. You're like, we really just want to download our hopes, desires, and dreams and get up and go into our day. But I really have to remove myself, but also cover my mouth so that I'm in a position, a physical position of hearing instead of speaking. So those are the two things that I do. So whatever you may do as you watch this and view this, you know, share with us in the comments, because we do go back and reread them. Share with us in the comments some things that you do that are helpful for you preparing your heart, your mind, and your head. I mean, your heart, your head, and your hands to receive what God has, not just lay your burdens at his feet. So